Hey everybody, this is Charlie from Charlie Cobra Reviews. This is the review for Train to Busan. This movie was great. I really enjoyed the director's take on a zombie apocalypse as it's happening, and having it unfold with the backdrop of the train as the main setting was unique and different from almost any other zombie film I've seen. The score or soundtrack was very moving and added depth to this movie in a way that's often lacking in zombie movies as well. The acting was really good, especially for this being a foreign film, and it helped for me to get more immersed in the movie since I had to be reading subtitles during the movie, which sometimes takes me out of the experience. I was a little disappointed in some scenes. To me, it seemed like when a zombie attacked someone, they didn't really attack them to eat them and just bite them, kind of like World War Z. I mean, there were a couple of times where they swarmed over the person, and it didn't always show what happened, and you can assume that they were eaten, but it didn't really show it. The characters were good, and I liked the dynamic that was going on between them and on the train, how the character development unfolded, how characters changed or made hard decisions. I'd have to say that this is one of the better zombie movies I've seen, and as so, I gave it a 7 out of 10. From here, the review will contain a couple of spoilers. So like I said, this movie was great, and unique concept of having the survivors on a train was different from any zombie movie I'd seen at the time. The scenes on the train were pretty amazing and really intense. Having to fight zombies in close quarters at times with no weapons made them incredibly tense, like I said. I mean, especially the ones where they had to sneak past them in the dark. As I said before, a big thing that bothered me was in certain scenes it appeared as if the zombies didn't actually attack the people to eat them, but just to bite them, spreading the virus, kind of like World War Z. This was a serious letdown for me in World War Z, and the only reason I didn't make a bigger deal about it in this one is because there were scenes where a zombie was, seen eating someone that's already on the ground, and also where they swarm someone who's already been bitten. So it's more than likely that they're eating them, even if you don't really get to see it. To me, the two greatest reasons why zombies are scary and so popular is because they combine two big fears that people have in a primal way. One is the fear of death and the dead. People don't want to die, of course. But also people are afraid of dead things, dead people, animals. I mean, the smell, having to, get close to them or touch them. Then, two is being eaten alive. For me, that I think is something nobody would even wish on their worst enemy. So that's why zombies are such a scary movie monster. But when you change them to being infected instead of reanimated corpses, and instead of eating the living, they're trying to spread the disease by biting people and not eating them, it takes away from the horror part of it for me. I really like the scene where the man with the pregnant wife, Suk Woo, and the young baseball player gear up to make their way to the back cars to save their family members. I also like the special effects used, everything except that deer in the beginning of the movie, which was terrible in the big scope of things, though. It kind of reminded me of that prairie dog in the beginning of Crystal Skull, which was a big red flag for that film, and luckily the deer wasn't a big red flag for this one. As I said before, I have to say that this was really one of the better zombie films out there. And, in retrospect, I would go back and probably give it an 8. But, the way it was whenever I made this review, I gave it a 7 out of 10. And if you haven't seen it, it's definitely on my list of must-see zombie movies. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to check out this review. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And stay tuned for more of our 31 Days of Halloween Movie Challenge movie reviews.